morning, everybody. Today, we're going to go over listening to. Yeah, we're going to review that. It's important that you ask me questions about anything that is still unclear to you. Remember, these scores are important. By today, let's just take a quick peek at our schedule before we continue, just to make sure that you're on track, yeah? So we're in the week of the 1st until the 5th of February. Today, it's the 4th. We actually were supposed to start with literature in this week. Now, I can see that I haven't changed this schedule yet. I need to do that. Let me write it down. Now, we were supposed to do literature in this week, but apparently that has been postponed by week. So we will start with that next week, okay? So literature goes for next week. I will edit this for you. Now, the thing is that for this week, your focus should be on outlining your speaking outline, making your speaking outline in your log for your speaking project. Yeah, your outline can be similar to your friends. For your speaking test in a group, you could, for example, yeah, here are your groups, yeah? You see group, you see here the bold and underlined is the leader. And then you guys have already been divided in the groups and in which company you're focusing on. It's already on it, so just look at it again. Meaning that for the sources for your log, as a group, you can have the same sources. Your outline can be the same, but for the journal, it cannot. You have to have your own sources because you do that individually, right? Now, looking at this part for language, we're going to do listening to today. There is no post-test because for listening and speaking, you guys have no post-test. Remember that the post-study, so after today's Zoom meeting, you will have to do the activities of listening to in your ebook for listening and speaking. And your pre-study for next week's Zoom is the video that I've already sent to you. Watch it. That is Unit 3, Reading 2. Do the activities in your textbook, which will be discussed next week during your Zoom meeting. Next week, we will start with our literature. You will have a poem. We will discuss a poem. We only have 4 meetings, yeah? Meaning that if you're looking at this schedule, by now, you must have already finished the video comprehension. Must have done that. Second, you must have done 3 activities for listening 1. You must have done 1 activity for reading 1. And this week, you must finish 2 activities for listening 2. So if you haven't done any of that yet, it's about time to do it fast. If you haven't done all of them yet, then please complete it fast. Yeah, I haven't given you the same links as last semester because apparently that ended up being too many links and that's confusing. But I cannot edit the grading form all the time. Yeah, I will try to do it per week, if that is possible, because I will transfer all the grades into the grading form. But if a lot of people don't do their homework, then I have to keep editing it. Remember, the links I gave you last semester were automatically adjusted. Your name would come in. I would have to then edit it, but your name would automatically come in. With the grading form I shared with you in Moodle, that does not happen. I have to edit that for you. Yeah, so please remember, just check it yourself, keep track by yourself. You should have done, one more time, your video activity, which not everybody has done. You should have done listening 1, those are 3 activities, reading 1, that is 1 activity, listening 2, that is 2 activities for this week. Yeah, so please make sure you've done everything. You don't want to have to do everything last minute. Okay, that is for how far we've gotten. Then this week, you should have already brainstormed the research, and this week is central around outlining the speaking. Okay, that means then next week outlining your journal. So if you just keep actually going with this schedule, you'll be right on time and you won't have to do anything last minute. Okay, are there any questions about this? We good? Any question about your speaking project or your writing project? We're all good? Wow, that's amazing. Thanks for the thumbs. You know, that's cool. Let's go to listening to. Oh yeah, guys, actually, I wanted to review with you any post test, but The reason why I can't do that is because not everybody did it. So every time there is a student who hasn't done it yet, I cannot review it with you. Because if I do, then I'm giving away all the answers. Get the point? So if everybody does their post-test on time as it is supposed to be done in one day, then the next meeting I get to review the result, which is good because it'll help you to know why you made a certain mistake so you won't make that mistake again. You can ask questions. But if not everybody does it, then I can't discuss it, okay? It's actually my purpose to be able to discuss everything, like every post-test and so on. If it's for the activities, you can just personally ask me, yeah? You can just contact me. The ebook activities are just actually an extra practice and a way perbaikan nilai. So an extra practice and a way to upgrade your grades, right? For that, you can always contact me if there's something you think like, hey, that's off or I don't understand it. Feel free to ask me. Yeah. So make sure, guys, also for post-test that you've done it so I can review the results. Okay. Let's go to listening to. That brings us to page 72. Once we get to the speaking part, which is next week, next week we'll be reading 2 in our Zoom. So that's 2 weeks from now. We will be talking about the speaking, focus on speaking, and there we will go into the grammar again. Remember, people, your ebook is made with compassion. Okay? In it is all the information you need to know. I summarized everything. And you know what? I even added information. I added listening strategies. I added reading strategies. I even added everything as in grammar. It's completed. It's at the beginning in general information. But even per unit, for example, in this unit, you will be talking about, if I'm not mistaken, present, conditionals there. Wait, let me make it. Where are we at? Yeah, you'll be talking about adjective clauses, so syntax in this unit 3. So if you're looking in your ebook for listening and speaking, and even the one for reading and writing, you will see at the beginning, in unit 1, basically, general information, I made a table for you about syntax. Everything is explained in it. And when you will go to unit 3, where there is a summary of what adjective clauses are, on top of it, you still see a whole summary of what the whole syntax is. Yeah, so I haven't just given you the one specific part. I've given you the whole part. I gave you the whole table of all the syntax, and then our emphasis line on this particular part. So if you're confused, please look at your ebook, because that is in your ebook. That is not in your textbook. Your textbook only discusses the particular parts. Yeah? So in your ebook, you see the whole thing. So please pay notice and pay attention to that. Yeah? If you remember, yeah, that's cool. But if you haven't, don't worry. You can just look through it and read it again. Right? No worries there. Awesome beans. That brings us to our vocab. Always vocabulary first. Match the word and phrase with the definition. Okay, I'm going to ask someone to annotate. That makes it easier. Is there anyone who wants to help me out by annotating our screen? There's a lot of people absent today. Apparently, Grady is absent, David is absent, Christian is absent, Kanaya is absent, Teguh is absent, Daphne is absent. Wow, luar biasa. Eric is absent. Come on, man. Daphne, turn on your camera, please. Christian?
Miss Sylvie.
Yeah?
Can I annotate?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
But wait, but I don't find the annotate. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Thank you. No, David, Grady, turn on your camera, please. Daphne, if you have a problem with your internet, please let me know.
Yeah, wait a minute, miss.
Goes on and off. Sometimes the internet is not. that strongly will go on and off by itself, but I can see that it is on. I can also see when you turned your camera off, so I would know. Yeah? Okay, appreciate it. You guys are cool. So David and Grady, I put in as absent, yes? If you are present, then you would have to prove that to me. Okay, we start with number 1. Yorin, you go. Read it out loud, please, yeah? Hi, Yorin. Good morning.
Yes, Miss.
Hi, can you do number 1?
Oh, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 is C. Make oneself unhappy.
Wallow in one's misery, make oneself happy. Yeah, very good. C. Wallow. Wallow is really like sinking into something. Wallowing. Like meresap. Okay, number 2, diagnosis. I'm going to ask Eno to answer that one. Number 2.
Diagnosis.
Yeah, diagnosis. What's that? What do you think?
Analysis.
Yeah, analysis. Most of the time, the emphasis lie on the second syllable. Yeah. Okay, Grady, got your point. Thank you. So 2 is D. We go to number C. Cranky for Daphne.
Yeah, cranky is in a bad mood.
Yeah, E. So 2 is D, 3 is E. Where did Mr. Ano go? He's gone. He's gone.
Maaf, Miss. Ya, ada ini, Miss. I was called.
Okay, you were summoned.
I was summoned.
Okay, number 2, D. Number 3, E. Number 4, make lemonade out of lemons. That's a very positive person who does that. Hi, Abel. Good morning.
Hi.
Can you do number 4?
Make a lemonade out of lemons. Make the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's a very positive outlook at life. Fill the void. Number 5, Aline.
B.
Yeah, overcome loneliness. Void means emptiness, yeah, kekosongan. Number 6, carried away. Angel. Yeah, that would be the last one, yeah. Overly excited. So that would be F, overly excited. Carried away is that you just let yourself go in your emotions. You're overly excited. Okay, cool. Any questions? No? It's just vocab, but who knows, you have questions about the synonyms or whatsoever. Thank you, Daphne, for your response. Okay, that brings us to the comprehension. Hooray, hooray. You were supposed to read the items on the left and then listen to Julie and his commentary. And then listen again and match Danish on lucky event with Juliana's right side view on the right. Okay, basically, you were supposed to hear the connection between the two. All right. Now, I'm going to allow you to listen to it one more time. So for those who did it already, please check your answers. For those who haven't done it yet, then this is your time. But please watch the video, yeah, next time.
If you're the sort to divide people into 2 groups, consider the division between those who always see the bright side and those who'd rather wallow in their misery. Julie Danis tackles the Pollyanna syndrome in today's Tale from the Workplace.
I'm Julie Danis with Tales from the Workplace. Arriving at the office after a visit to the eye doctor with no diagnosis for my blurred vision, I was in a grouchy mood. No time to be cranky, a coworker said. We have a project due. Besides, she continued, now you have a prescription to skip the mascara and rest your eyes every 2 hours. She'd done it again, I realized. She had made lemonade out of lemons. We all know people like this. They find the silver lining inside the darkest cloud. All the time, without fail, driving others to distraction with their find the bright side philosophy. Oh, well, they say, a stop-and-go commute is perfect for listening to language tapes while doing relaxation exercises, may we? They may emit an occasional, oh no, when the computer crashes, and the hold time on the 1-800 helpline promises to be hours. But that is soon replaced by an, oh good, time to purge the files. This optimistic outlook does have its merits. When you're snowed in with no hope of flying for 24 hours or more, take it as a sign you should catch up on some movies. But don't get carried away. Nothing will take away the ache in your mouth or fill the void in your pocketbook from 2 root canals not covered by your company's health plan. So the next time someone says, you can't cry over something that can't cry over you, assert yourself in the face of their sunny side up point of view. State firmly, yes, I can, and I plan to do just that. Then go suck on some lemons and feel better in your own way. I'm Julie Danis with Tales from the Workplace.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so this clearly in the listening, you hear the connection. You hear the problem, you hear the solution. Okay, we go to number 1. You still annotate, yeah? I want to ask Matthew. Good morning, Matthew. What's number 1? How is number 1 connected?
Number 1 is C.
Yeah, very good. It's C. So, eye doctor, chance to skip the mascara and rest your eyes every 2 hours. That was clear to hear. Awesome. Thank you. Keisha, can you do number 2? Stop and go commute.
E. A
Yep.
change to listen to language. Itu.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Jordi, can you do number 3? Computer crashes and 1-800 helpline is very busy. What's the solution?
Time to purge or clean out the computer files.
Yep. That's a very positive person, right? Well, whatever hinders you from getting angry. Number 4, snowed in with no hope of flying. Maybe.
Saya?
Yeah.
Number 4, B.
Very good. Time to catch up on movies. Number D. Yeah, ampun, Sophie. Number 5, toothache and no dental insurance for the root canal. That would be D. Exactly. It's the last one. Last because in the audio, they didn't mention a solution for 5. A root canal is very expensive. Yeah, when they have to do something with the nerves here in your jaw. It is very expensive and it's not always covered by the health plans that people have. Right. Okay, so in this case, you could hear it, yeah? Important in this kind of exercise is that you really, really underline the keywords in order to follow that. You kind of listen and wait for the keywords to be mentioned. This will be important also for your Ujian Sekolah, which you will have in March, yeah? Because you will have a listening section. Okay, identifying creative and effective examples. This is the listening skill we're looking at, right? Identifying, so basically hearing creative and effective examples. You have to be able to recognize and hear things stated to you. Now, let's look at the next page because you should have already done this. Listen to the excerpts that illustrate the way Danish is given examples in creating a Pollyanna character. Yeah, identify the techniques and use from the box. Now, basically what we're looking at is, oh, sorry. Yeah, basically what we're looking at is these things. Yeah, the pitch, whether it's high pitched or a usual voice, the pace, if it's fast or just usual pace, suggestions, off-topic annoying questions or on-topic helpful suggestions, and kind of speech as in direct, quoted, or indirect. So you're kind of trying to listen for pitch, pace, suggestion, and kind of speech. Yeah, so you see here in excerpt 1, the problem is blurred vision. Now, what techniques are used? Okay, so you got to pick from that list. I'm going to let you listen to it one more time to check your answers.
Excerpt 1.
Now you have a prescription to skip the mascara and rest your eyes every 2 hours.
Okay, now what are we hearing here in excerpt 1? What techniques are being used? I would like to ask Michael.
I think it's use suggestions of topic, knowing suggestion.
Yes, yeah, they use the techniques. Did you hear the technique that was used?
I think high pitch.
High pitch, yeah, high pitch. What else? What about the pace?
The pace is usual pace of speech.
It's actually fast. High pitched, fast paced. What about suggestion?
Suggestions is off topic, knowing suggestions.
Yeah, annoying suggestion. And the speech?
And the speech is direct speech.
Yeah, very good. Awesome, Michael. Thank you. That's good listening there. Okay, let's try it again with excerpt 2. I'm gonna let you listen to it one more time.
Excerpt 2.
Oh, well, they say. A stop-and-go commute is perfect for listening to language tapes while doing relaxation exercises. May we?
Actually, sometimes that's annoying too, yeah? If somebody keeps talking like that, right? Like, Okay, funny in a way as well. Please check your answers, even though it's not you answering, but check your answers whether you got it correct. And if you might have a question, just thumbs up, yeah? Just ask or, you know, raise hand or whatever. Just start talking, okay? I want to hear it from Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Excerpt 2. What techniques did you hear?
Is it pitch?
High pitched?
Yeah. Squeezy voice.
Yeah. High pitched. What about the pace?
Is it usual pace?
It's actually fast. It's not a usual pace. So it's high pitched, fast pace. What about the suggestion?
On topic?
Not really. If you hear to what she's saying, it's a bit like, it's annoying because, yeah, hello, we could figure that one out as well, you know? But did you get the speech? Is it direct or indirect?
I didn't get that one.
It's direct speech. So basically the answer for excerpt 2 is exactly the same as 1. High-pitched, fast-paced, annoying suggestion, direct speech. And that is for excerpt 1 and excerpt 2 the same. Yeah. On 1 had direct speech. Very good. We go 2, 3.
Excerpt 3.
Oh, good. Time to purge the files.
One more time.
Excerpt 3.
Oh, good. Time to purge the files.
Okay, let's see what we got from this. Excerpt 3, I'd like to ask Hanaya. Good morning. What did you hear? Kanaya? Kanaya? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi. Oh, sorry.
Hello, Miss.
Hi. Did you hear it? The pitch, the pace, the suggestion, and the speech? What's the answer, Kanaya?
Fast, high pitch.
Yeah.
Fast pace.
Yes.
On topic.
Annoying suggestion. And then, is it direct or indirect speech?
Direct.
Direct. Very good. Thank you. Okay, last one. Let's see. How is the last one?
Excerpt 4.
Take it as a sign you should catch up on some movies.
One more time.
Excerpt 4.
Take it as a sign you should catch up on some movies.
It's a very different intonation, this one. You can hear that very clearly, right? Yeah. Jojo, can you answer that one?
Usual speaking.
Yeah, usual speaking voice. Very good. And what about the pace?
Fast.
That's actually a usual pace of speech, a normal one, because there's pauses in it. What about the suggestion? Is it annoying or helpful?
On topic. Helpful.
Yeah, helpful. And what about the speech? Is it direct or indirect?
Direct.
Yeah, very good. So usual speaking voice, usual pace of speech, helpful suggestion, and direct speech. Very good. Thank you, Jojo. Yeah. So basically, what does this do for you? This kind of trains your focus in listening. Now, I know you can hear stuff, but are you listening or not? Listening and hearing are two different things. I can hear a whole lot of things, but not grasp everything I hear. You know, I can hear Tagu talk, but not really hear what he's saying. I can just hear him, but not really know what he's saying. So listening means that you're actively listening, means that you're focused on your listening to grasp a particular point. And that's what you basically practice with this, yeah? Any questions? Good? Okay then. I didn't even hear the good today, yeah? Dude, I need to hear you. Okay, here we are at connecting the listenings. Now, connecting the listenings, if we're looking at our cognitive levels, yeah, if we're going from, we go after applying, yeah, we're going to the higher order skills of analyzing and evaluating, creating, yeah? So when we're analyzing, we're basically looking at the material from different perspectives and trying to connect the dots to correlate information. That's what we do in this part of connecting the listening, is we're connecting the information of listening 1 and listening 2 and finding a correlation, yeah? And then with that, we can evaluate that information and come to a conclusion or justification, a conclusion. And then with it, we come to this part of synthesizing where we create something. So in the organization is connecting the dots, yeah? Correlating the information, in this case, from 2 listening sections in order to come to an evaluation. So use the information of listening 1 and 2. You can still listen to it. You would have to look at the video or listen or watch the video again to hear it again. And then 2, to complete the chart, use the information that is directly stated. Basically, you can also look back at listening 1 because most of it we had already written down in our textbook, right? So for the personality types, introvert, extrovert. Introvert is the one, remember, who is social, but social in a small group. Extrovert is social in a big group. The optimist is the one who sees everything from a positive perspective. The pessimist sees things more from a negative perspective. The optimist says the bottle is half full, whereas the pessimist says the bottle is half empty. Yeah? Guys, I don't know if you've ever tried the personality test, the Enneagram, but that is a very good test to take. So the Enneagram goes from number 1 to 9 and kind of reflects your personality type, which is really, really accurate, to be honest. And which is also very cool. On YouTube, you can find the link. I could help you out with that. Of a pastor who explains the Enneagram types, each one from 1 to 9, from a biblical perspective. That's really cool. He explains what that personality is like and which character in the Bible has that as well. So for example, I give you an example of myself. In the Enneagram, I am number 1. Yeah, the reformer. Now, this pastor explains number 1 from the story of the prodigal son. And so my number 1 Enneagram type reflects to the first son, the oldest son, in the prodigal son. So not the younger son who goes away with the inheritance of the dad, but the older son who stays with the father to work. And that is a type 1, like in the Enneagram. And then he explains about that story, what the character's like, and then he explains what is important for the number 1, for example, and what the needs are, but also what the sin is and how you can overcome. So that's really cool. You know, I didn't know they had that. So when I found that on the internet, I was like, wow, I watched it with my kids just to know, you know, like, oh, my personality type, what does the Bible say about it? And
I also got number 1, Miss Sylvie.
Huh? Who is number 1? You?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna send the link, okay? And then from there you can just, if you guys wanna do the Enneagram, it's for free, you can do it online. And then I will send one link for the Bible connection, and you can look it up yourself. Let's say if you're 4, then just go on YouTube to find the biblical explanation about the 4, for example, yeah? It's really good. But you could also look it up, for example, what your mom is or your dad, or figure out what your sibling is or your best friend, for example, to just understand the people in your life better, you know? So cool. I watched all of the numbers because of my kids. So in my family, in my, as we call it, nuclear family, parent and kids, we're all a different number. None of us is the same. So by watching that gave more insight on, oh, now I understand why my oldest daughter does what she does, or why my son does what he does. It gives so much more insight, and knowing from the biblical perspective how God sees it, that was mind-blowing to me. So since we're talking of personalities, I'm just going to share it with you, and then you can just do the Enneagram by yourself, and then I'll give you one link, and then you can look up what the Bible speaks about your personality trait, okay? I will send it, and if you're interested to do it, if not, that's no problem. But hey, for those who are interested to know, it's really cool, okay? Cool beans. Now we come here to connecting the dots. I'm going to mention it, so just check what your answers are in this part. You know, you don't need to annotate it because that might be too much. So all of you just check whether you got it complete or not. So going from the introvert, the positive attribute of the introvert is reserved, serious, and quiet. Reserved, serious, and quiet. Now, the negative attribute of an introvert is socially awkward. Yeah, only 1. Socially awkward, overly reserved. Yeah, 2. Socially awkward, overly reserved. Now, the ways to cope for an introvert is by accepting themselves. They have to accept themselves. Extroverts. Oh, wait, by the way, I know it makes sense that you're number 1. That's why you're very good at planning. That's why you plan everything
I'm number
ahead.
1, but
Wing?
It's more to a 6.
Oh, okay, but the highest is 1?
Yeah, the highest is 1, the second is 6, and the third is number 4.
Okay. So you gotta look at what your wing is, yeah? Like your number 1 wing berapa gitu. Oh, keren ya. Makes sense loh. Ha, now you know why I am so scheduled and make plans of everything.
Definitely a number 1.
Such a definite number 1. It's so funny. Okay, extrovert. What is the positive attribute of an extrovert? They're proactive. Now, proactive means that people are not waiting for a problem to happen and then start looking for a solution. Proactive people try to avoid problems. So they're very active to look for solutions or ways before a problem actually happens. Yeah. So for the extroverts, proactive and sociable, very sociable and charismatic. So proactive, sociable, and charismatic. The negative attribute is dominant and loud. Dominant and loud. Now, ways to cope for an extrovert: let others put their stamp on things. That was what was said. Let others put their stamp on things. So give other people space and a chance to speak up or to involve. For the optimist, the positive attributes, here it says outgoing, cheery, finds the silver lining. Outgoing, cheery, and finds the silver lining. Silver lining is really looking at the good, even in the bad. The silver lining is like when you say something happens that is hard, it's like, okay, what's the silver lining? What did you learn from it? What is the benefit out of it? You're always looking at the positive in the impossible, you know. The negative attribute of an optimist is unrealistic and dreamy. Unrealistic and dreamy. Ways to cope were not discussed. Now the pessimist has positive attributes, which is realistic. A pessimist is very realistic. That's a good thing. Can be annoying, but that's a good thing. The negative attribute is grouchy and cranky. Yeah, the grouchy and cranky. Those could be like moody, you know, moody. And ways to cope is assert self to optimist and ignore optimist. So first is to assert self, to reflect on self in comparison to an optimist. And the second is ignoring optimists, because sometimes optimists really upset pessimists, you know, or the other way around. Yeah, I don't know. Just check your answers. How far have you gone? And if you got all of them wrong, then you were a bit off with your analysis and your evaluation. But if you've got like half correct, then you're on the right track. Yeah? Is this important? Yeah. Because you got to be able to see components in one audio and in the other one and being able to connect them. That is super important. Yeah? Okay, and it's the same with text. You need to be able to do that with text as well. So that is organizing, which brings us now to synthesizing. And which synthesizing is exactly that, where you connect ideas in order to create something new. So in this part, you were basically asked to improvise a short conversation between a Pollyanna and an introvert, and then present it. It's such a pity that we cannot do that in class right now. So in this case, what you would have to do is use the information from the table that we just filled out and then create a conversation. Okay, now this is the last thing of today's lesson. I would like actually to have two people who would like to volunteer to do this. Like you are just going to talk, like student one would say you are an employee with an introverted orientation. So for example, you're working somewhere, you're an introvert, your manager has just told you that you have to give a presentation to 75 salespeople. You don't like to be around people. You have to do that about the new product your company has just launched. And following the presentation, you will have to host a reception, making sure everyone feels comfortable. You are super scared. Now you have to explain your concerns about meeting your manager's expectation. And then student B, you are the Pollyanna co-worker, you know, you're this super optimist, and then you give advice to your friend who is the introvert to help him or her succeed in her task. And you're the one who will probably give the advice how to make lemonade out of lemons. Now, I would like to ask a volunteer. Do I have two volunteers? And the class goes quiet. Anyone who would like to try out? Come on, beautiful people. Since I haven't heard Tagu today, I'm gonna go for Tagu. And since Eno mostly makes always a good story, I would like to ask Eno to volunteer. So Eno with Tagu, yeah? If Eno can be student A, Tagu is gonna be B. Tagu, you're gonna be super optimistic, okay? Yeah?
So I have to read.
No, you're gonna make it up. You're just gonna tell Tagu, you know, that you have to give this presentation. You don't like it because you're super scared and you don't know how to do it, and then your manager will probably fire you, and you know, you just go a little bit like that. And then Tagu comes in giving you the best advice ever, and be positive and happy and all will be fine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I have to give a presentation to a 75 salespeople.
Yeah, but you're not doing it. You're just talking to Teguh about the fact that you have to do that your manager asked you to do that, and you're not ready for it. You don't dare. Okay?
Okay, man, I don't think I can do it. I hate people.
Do what? You have to explain to Teguh. Teguh doesn't know. You just come out of the office of your manager and you're like, man. So you walk up to Teguh and you say, man, I need to talk to you, man.
Okay.
This is bad. You know, something like that.
Man, I just got an annoying job. I have to give a presentation to 75 salesperson about the new product about our company. It's annoying because I don't like people.
Come on, Teguh. What do you say to your friend? That's a long pause, my friend. In this long pause, Aino already would have quit his job. You know what? You can't even give me advice. You, the optimist, I'm gonna quit. What do you say to him?
Oh, come on. You just gotta practice, and you're good at organizing, right? Just organize your words and practice with yourself, and don't think about the 75 people, but think about the benefit that you got after you do the presentation. Let's focus on that.
Thanks, bro.
That's very good. Like, especially the last part. That's convincing. Dude, the benefit. Probably get a bonus, man. Like, yeah, very good. Awesome. You guys are funny. Okay, there is one more. There's one more. I'm gonna ask a gal. Yes. So Aline goes with Daphne. Yeah. Aline with Daphne. Student B. You have just chosen. So Daphne, okay. You've just been chosen as the president of the campus environmental club. Oh, because of your intelligence, Daphne, your knowledge and the subject matter and ability to get things done. However, you are very introverted. So you have to be a leader, organize events, give speeches, and convince your members to follow your agenda. And you're not sure you can manage. Okay, so you're gonna talk to who was it again? Daphne with?
Aline.
Huh?
Aline.
Aline, yeah. Now you're gonna talk to Aline. Now, Aline, you're the positive one. Yeah. So you're gonna advise Daphne. You're convincing her that she should be comfortable in her own skin and that she can do the job. And you give her some tips and help Daphne see the silver lining. Okay? Go ahead, Daphne.
Hey, Alien. Oh my God. I know I'm the president of this campus, but on the other side, I'm so confused with this schedule, all of this agenda that I can't manage. And I don't know, I'm so stressed with it. Do you have any advice for me?
Aline?
I don't think Eileen is here, miss.
She is not. Oh no.
No, help me here.
Oh no. Okay, Daphne. Okay, I can understand. It's not really your thing, is it now? Yeah, I can totally understand that. But come on. You don't like to be chosen like that? Who gets chosen? I didn't get chosen. You get chosen. You're gonna be awesome. You know?
Oh my God, yeah.
And you know, when you've done it, if you've done it, you can put it on your CV, man. When you're done, when you try to apply for a job, think about it. You're gonna nail it. It's a good
Okay.
It's an investment for the future. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, man. I'm so motivated right now.
Yeah, add a little bit spirituality on top of it. I pray for you. You're gonna be good.
So appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You remember, Lo, the Pollyanna goes all out, you know, like everything. But it is not wrong. Sometimes we need that vibe in order to be dragged out of our pit of confusion and fear, right? Okay, beautiful people. Any questions? No? Okay, remember to do your ebook activities. For those who haven't done all of them yet, finish your DVD comprehension, listening 1, reading 1, listening 2. Okay? Awesome. You were great today. Thank you very much. I will see you next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you,
Bye,
Miss.
Miss.
Bye.